Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning.
Morning everyone.
Welcome back to the Finca. It's a beautiful day.
It is. A few wispy clouds.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Very warm.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm overdressed as always. You're probably wondering why I'm holding a log.
Yes. Why are you holding a log?
Well, if you saw the last video, we made a nice table and chairs for our kitchen, for the old kitchen.
Yeah.
And we need a light. There's a light in there, but I made a mistake because when we first did it, our plans were different and they evolved. Unfortunately, the wiring didn't, and it's fixed. It's under the floor upstairs. Can't really move it.
No.
So what I'm going to do, if I make a light out of this, I'll go and explain properly in a minute. But where the wire's short, I can enter the wire into my light over here, and it'll just look like a log, sort of. Yeah.
I'm intrigued as well.
Don't make any sense at all, but we'll have a look. Oh, what are you on?
Oh, I'm carrying on with the floor. Not very exciting for you guys, I'm
close
afraid.
on the floor.
But we need to get it done. Yeah.
We do. So yeah, let's crack on. So I'll try and explain. This is the light in question. Ideally, we want the light to be in the centre of the table. I was thinking of making a slice of almond or something, a round slice, hanging it off that old handmade nail that's still there. It would be perfect. But the cable is quite a way away and we don't like seeing cables. So as my plan B, I thought if I make a light that's a log, the log you just saw, coming across the table, the same width as the table, and then that bit that kinks off will kink off over here, and I can run these wires through that kinked off bit so you can't see them. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Whether we can do it or not remains to be seen. We've set ourselves these challenges. So I'm going to have a go anyway. I must be mad. What I've done, I've made a lashing suspended so it's fairly well balanced. I've trimmed a little bit off it, and I'm going to hang it from the nail in question. Hopefully the nail will take the weight of it. So that will give me an idea. Oh, look at that. So the idea is that that end will go up there and the wire will run through it and the light will go like that. And you know what, that's actually pretty blooming perfect. Ooh, it is heavy, that. If that makes sense at all. And then the light will go wherever it needs to be in the centre of the table. I just better go and get Sharon's approval first. Right, Sharon approves. No idea how we're going to do this. It's heavy and awkward, but I think the first thing to do is try and get the bark off it. That'll make it a little bit lighter, I guess. Right, so we've had a slight change of plan. We've substituted this one. Can't get the bark off it at all. It's this year's almond. It'll need to sit for another year at least before we can do anything with it. But old Sharon's had a great idea and found another suitable piece. It will be suitable, we'll make it suitable. Yeah. And the bark is coming off this a bit easier. Yeah. We're thinking about all sorts of things. We've actually had a brilliant idea, like using some slices through the big almond with putting a bulb in there. It won't work in this application, but it'll certainly work in future applications. I think it'll look really cool. So see what we can do with this. We'll come back to you hopefully when it's debarked. We've got axes, chisels, wood chisels, scrapers, everything. So I'm going to use the other one as a rough template because we know it's going to work. That just cut it down, make it a little bit more manageable, make it a little bit longer. Right, let's get to it. Right, it's looking more promising. That was my other idea. Put a light in one of them and just hang them down. We'll probably have some of them throughout the house later. But this one looks pretty good. If I just cut that leg off a bit, that should allow that to pivot up. Yeah, let's have a look, whereabouts. Try it about there. There we go. You can see that alright. That'll go like that, and then the wire can run down that branch there. He can go up there. Here up in the middle. Till he's having a lunch. Excellent. We'll go with that. Right, get the rest of the bark off, then it's nearly off. Right, that should be better. We've tried to fix the lighting a bit. So that's kind of how it's going to go. He's going to fix up there somehow. We're not sure how yet. And then I'm going to route a channel down this for the wires to run in. The bulb's going to be somewhere under there. It's going to be another mission getting it fitted in there. What's the matter? Singing. But yeah, it's looking hopeful so far. Right, so a bit of improvised specialty clamping. We kind of got it where we want it to be. Now I can mark up where I need to cut out for the cable and where the actual bulb wants to go. Oops, that's Tilly on camera. I'm not sure how we're going to fix it up yet. Originally I was going to use a chain and hooks, but I might just actually rebait it and screw it to the joist. We'll have a look at that in a bit. But so I have 2 minutes. So composure regained. If you can see this little spiky bit there, I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to drill up in pilots, just so I get them exactly on the right angle. Now it's hanging where it is, to guide me screws. I'm just going to put a screw through there and a screw through there. I'm going to countersink them. I'll probably fill them with some dowel. I've got some dowel that might just blend in there, similar colour. Don't know yet, but we'll figure that out later. But yeah, so I think get me drill first, put a line on that spike, get me drill, send it in a little bit just to get me going. See what's next. We don't have set ourselves some challenges. Let's see if we can do this. This is not going to be easy at all. Get it exactly where we want it. It's a good sharp bit, so hopefully. God, this wood is amazingly hard. Come on, Miss Dolly. That should be enough for me to follow. Same on the other side. Right, okay, take it down. And get this phase completed. I'll leave them there. I should be able to get it back in a bit. I've already marked the ceiling. We'll have to touch that up, but it can't be helped. Right, so for the next phase, suitably prepared, holes drilled, countersunk, screws in place. Probably not going to need this clamp. Let's see if I can get it back in these. I need to take that one out a bit, won't I? Silly boy. And this one. Right, try again. Get that one in there, that's a tricky one. that needs to go over the top of there. That's it. Right. Let's see if I can get this up. That looks alright. Even if it's just temporarily. Ah, man. Right. I'll take this one off. See if I can just hold it while I get it in. That looks pretty good actually. The difficulty is going to be getting the bulb hole in. It's so hard. Right. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that? It wants to just go that way a little bit. We can fix that. I can get the back in this place. That's it. Righto. So far we have a very pleasing and unusual light. And the difficulty now is going to be getting a 63mm hole for the bulb holder to sit in into that. I think it's going to go right there. Obviously it's going to have to come right through, the holes have to come right through for the wires to go in. I've got a 63mm hole cutter. I reckon sticking it in the press drill should do it, so I think I need to mark it. I'm going to find my pen. X marks the spot. I just want to get it on the lowest, most centrally, I think there, but on the thickest part of the wood. There we go. We have an X, sort of. Right, back to the workshop. Right, so it's in the drill. Just trying to get it positioned, which is not easy because I've had to move the tray out of the way. I reckon that'll do it. Let's do it. As you can see, it's a very busy bench today. What I need to do now, I've got as far as I can, just try and clear this out. Somewhere on the busy bench there should be a hammer. Got one here. Just try and hard, that's what it is. It'll come slowly. That one. There we go, that's the first bit. So carry on. So eventually I got that out. Respect to you boys that work with this stuff all the time. And of course any girls that work with this stuff probably would have been better on a lathe. And perhaps should have asked Brian, but they'll probably have done it by then. We'll keep plodding on. Right, so there we go, a light with a difference. That's probably the hardest thing I've ever done. This wood is so hard, but if it wasn't dry we wouldn't be able to get the bark off it. It'd be a lot easier to work with. But look, we've got our hole. I can just get the wire through there, and the bulb will go in there like that. He'll sit in. What I need to do, I have to take the outer circle off the thing because it wouldn't lie flat against this, off the bulb holder. So I'm just need to fix the bulb holder in place now, so we can drop the bulb in and out and the holder will stay there if we need to change it in the future. Not sure how I'm going to fix it in, but I'll think of something. And then we can give it a good oiling and get it fitted. So here it is, our very unusual and unique light. The fitting stuck in there nicely. I'm going to give it a coat of varnish, linseed oil. The wires, I'm going to run them in a piece of conduit, I think, on the back, rather than try and channel into this, given the struggles I had making a hole in it, and we'll just tack it back so it's out of sight, I think. But the first instance, it needs a coat of oil. Sharon's doing a mix to do a bit more of that floor. She didn't get a chance yesterday because she spent most of the day debarking this. So, let's give it a whirl, get it done. Here we go then. Very warm today, it's going to be warm. We've forecast 25 degrees Celsius, which is 77 Fahrenheit, which is not at all bad for February. Lovely. Right, I'll get this done. Give it a good soaking, I think. There we go, what a difference a coat of oil makes. Right, I'll let that soak in and dry off, and then we should be able to get it fitted. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to replenish our damp weather wood supply. Not used a lot really, we've had a few days, not a lot of rain, but enough to damp the wood, and you don't want to be burning damp wood. So I'm going to get this topped up. There we go, full again, ready for the next rains, probably next year. Right, it's time for the light to go in. Just got to locate the holes that I made yesterday and get that in there. I'll pop that one in a bit first. And then this one. Can't see it, there we go. Smashing. Right, get the wiring sorted out now.
So on with the floor at last. Been a bit delayed. Various things, including Tilly, of course. But yeah, I want to get this done. And then we've just got shelves in this bar area and a door to put on, and the kitchen will truly be finished. We keep saying it, but there's always something else to do. But we are very, very nearly there now.
And the light works perfectly over the table. Happy days, another good job well done. So there we go, we've got the light and now the Think Alive clock in position on the wall. So moving into the bar area, shelves, sketches started. I've just cut 3 to go in this alcove. If you saw the video ages ago, this used to be a doorway through, but how many doorways do you need? That's going to be another room next door. So I stoned it up where it was. But I thought it'd be a perfect idea to get some shelves in. I've just cut 3 and they're sort of loosely positioned and wedged in place. I'll probably have to do a bit of touch up of the light and wash when I finish, but that's to be expected. So I think I'm going to go with that kind of space and that amount of shelves. Obviously they need sanding down, planing down, make it nice and smooth. These 2 need a whiff waff off them, to bring them back flush with the wall so they sit in. This bottom one's fine. Just got to decide how I'm going to fix them up. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Don't know whether to wedge them, just bond them. But I think while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to get them planed up, and I'm going to mark where they are now at the minute as well, so we get them back in exactly the same places. Right, so I've cut them down to the exact sizes that I want. I've got them wedged exactly where I want them. I would actually wedge them in place. They used to do that years ago with the old door frames and stuff. But we all have seen here, especially here, maybe here, how much the wood expands and contracts. So I wouldn't have total faith in that. I think what I'm going to do, the same as I did with the lids on the troughs, I'm going to put little wooden brackets, shall we say, in inverted commas underneath, and I'm just going to fix them to the wall with no nails, no more nails or whatever it's called, because that actually worked really well on there. So while they're where they are at now, I'm going to try and fix the supports in place, and then I can remove these and the supports should stay there. That's the theory anyway. So I just need to find something suitable that I can cut and use for that. In the meantime, Sharon's got another chunk of floor done going into the passageway. It's slowly inching closer. So what I've got, I've cut some blocks. They're going to go under there, sort of like that. The wood's a bit bowed, which is all to be expected. So I'm going to stick these in. I've cut myself a little piece here, which I'm going to attempt, should be able to wedge them in with. I'm having a little practice first. Come on, I only need a little bit of bend in it. I might have to cut that a fraction shorter. I'll go and do that. Then I'll see if I can wedge them in. That's the idea. Get them stuck. We've got to take Tilly to the vet for a next set of injections, and when we come back they should be dry enough. I can get the second ones in, and then tomorrow I can carry on making shelves. Right, by some mad twist of fate I might have done it. They're in wedged. I think the next thing is to I'll take Tilly to the vet, come back, these should be dry enough, then I can take this out and then do these next ones in preparation. So we'll go and get her weighed and get her the next set of vaccinations done. Right, we're back from the vet. Tilly's weighing in at 16.6 kilos, which is 37 pounds, fraction under, little lump. Now I'm going to get these shelves planed and sanded. I think we really want to crack on with this and get it finished, because we know what happens if we don't get it finished. It'll never get finished, like bits of upstairs that still aren't finished. So we're having a big push. I'm going to stick with it until it is done. We're eager to move on to the next thing, but all these little jobs seem to take forever as well. So I'll get these shelves ready to be installed. I've planed them off. I'm just going to give them a coat of oil and then let that dry. I should have done the little hold the up bits first as well, but I'm sure we can manage without getting it on the walls. There's not much of them. We'll do these and let them dry, and then we can hopefully get them fitted.
So another day, another go at the floor. Just need to get it done really, as Andy said. We swap from one job to another according to priorities, and nothing ever seems to get completely finished. So we are determined that we're going to get this done. So, nice and sunny today, makes it better. Everything's better when the sun shines. Yeah, so I'll just crack on.
So the first shelf's ready to go in. I'm just going to pinch a bit of Sharon's mix, just stuff under it to support it at this side because it's just kind of floating. And then hopefully we can get the other two in. They're still drying at the minute. This one's actually dried a little bit quicker. It must have been a little bit rougher. The other's not soaked in so fast. So there we go, they're all in, and the bottom shelf just wants pointing up underneath, there's some stones putting in. We'll do that when we get another mix on. In fact, Sharon's got one on there, we'll do that later. Just need to clear all that rubbish away now from the right hand side, and yeah, what's next? Sharon's on the last bit with this mix. One more mix might do it, although I bet it won't.
You never know.
And I'm back in the bar area. I've brought the wine cooler back in. I think what we're going to do, we're going to have to get some wood, run out of wood. I could do with another pergola, another gazebo, if anyone's got an old one needs reclaiming. But we're going to have to pick up some timber. We want to build a big chunky shelves up in here and that, to keep in the theme with the rest of the house. We haven't got any left. We've got just down to smallish pieces, neither use nor ornaments. I've been scratching about for a few weeks now, so I think we're going to have to go and pick something up.
Well, I think one more push and that floor should be finished.
Yeah, big last push. It's all the big push, mate. Like I said before, if we don't get all the little details done, we're never going to get done out of this. So
no, that's right.
We're not leaving this room until it's done. We've got shelves to do in there, lime washing to do in the bar area, this floor to finish. Whether we do the door or not at the moment doesn't really matter.
Do with it really, because
right, so the door as well.
Because Tilly is, that's where the dog and the cat food is kept, in that room at the moment, and she's getting bigger by the day. She'll be over that little gate soon, I'm sure.
So yeah, right, so the door's on the list as well then. But yeah, we're getting there, so we're very, very, very close now. I'm very, very happy, we're very, very pleased with it. We are. So we're going to call it a day there anyway. We're going to enjoy our table, probably have a nice cold beer.
Yes. Sounds like a
great idea.
Good idea.
And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Welcome to all our new subscribers. Thanks to all our existing and old subscribers. Yes. Thanks to our patrons. Thanks to everyone that's bothered with. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you next time.